Sigh. There we go. Oh my goodness. Let me just check. I know all the things that happen when you're away. Let's just check my output stream. Okay. Alrighty. Right. I think we've got it now. Guys, welcome into the stream. Just need to welcome you all properly. Here we are playing Final Fantasy XIV online with Mistwalker Linara. Let's see what we've got today. We're doing my first spear, but I've also got you have selected Regicide sitting up there. So that means I'm probably trying to get a run through Good King Moggle Mog and Thorn March, which I won't be able to do with my Lancer at level what now? 10. No. We have, let me have a look at my character. What have we got to run with? We have our White Mage. That's what we're running with. Let's have a look, see if we've picked up any gear since last I looked. No, I'm currently equipped with the recommended gear. 158's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad for this level. And what are we doing? Having a look over in here, checking out what these red dots are. Red dot 1 is a level 50 weapon coffer of IL 70. What is our weapon IL? Right, we don't need that one for our White Mage. And what is my other red dot? That would be my Chocobo registration, which I haven't turned in yet, which we probably should do. Please forgive my voice this morning. I was feeling fine. Come back to streaming. My daughter came down with the flu 2 days ago. She may or may not have shared. We'll see. Radio. Right, I've selected Regicide with my White Mage, who's a healer. There's some crazy irony in that. Let's jump into trials. And we're looking for Thornmarch Hard, which we're going to click. Now that means I can't level up in any of my usual ways. But things are a little hyper on the server at the moment, so that's good. Let's jump back into our Lancer that we're trying to level. Yieldfrith, you say you've slain a good number of those microchews. Well, that is a welcome piece of news. I was afraid old Gabino would take an axe in hand and try to hack apart the pest himself. Perhaps now his troubled mind might know some peace. You have my thanks. All right. It's been a while since I played a healer, isn't it? Let's just go over the skills before I do anything silly with them. Make sure everything's where I expect it to be. So we have our arrow 2, which is our dot, damage over time. We have our stone 2. We have a Medica 2, which we can use at certain levels, but it's your own hit points and the hit points of all party members with a secondary effect of regeneration. We have Medica 1, which is your own hit points and all nearby party members and costs less than Cure 3. So we use that in preference if things are only a little bit dented across the board. This is what we use if things are dented a lot across the board. Cure 2 is our single target thing, which we use mainly on our tank. Cure is down here because it's our tank, because we're currently still running low-level dungeons on occasion, and I don't like having to try and remember where I put stuff, so it's here. So usually my order of preference for healing is 6, and then maybe 7 if the party needs it. 8 is a sooner, that is for removing nasty shit off your party members. so that they don't keep getting damaged when the monster isn't hitting them. Alrighty, presence of mind helps us to cast things faster. Benediction, we try and smack that on the tank when he's looking a little low. Sometimes I forget and try and heal them normally, and then they die, and then, well, my world falls apart, and so does theirs and everyone else's. So, must remember, benediction, very, very important. This is my yoink spell. Okay, it's rescue. So, when someone is standing right where stupid is going to hit, you grab them and yoink them out of range, but you don't do this at the expense of your tank. And I haven't quite got the mental coordination to do this as well as some other healers have done. I do remember being yoinked through a dungeon by a healer as a tank. That was entertaining, and I would have been cross if the healer hadn't been so good at what they did that they had a point. Um, I do remember laughing and just about dying because I was laughing so hard. But anyway, that was a very big kitty who did that. What was his name? Started with a W and it was on the European server, I believe. Anyway, I know. I remember that kitty. I want to meet him again because that was a lot of fun to play with. Anyway, what else have we got? I am supposed to be doing something constructive, like I don't know, leveling up this lancer. Ooh, right. Which would be easier if we were a lancer. Let's just do that thing. Okay. We are looking for Mightlings, Opos, Microchew, Black Fs, Bogyazens, Hoglets, Diamites, and Tree Slugs. Okay, I know where that is. And I know where that is. And I know where that is. Let's go and play with those. They look mean. And then we're going to go over to North Shroud and play with them. Radio. What was I looking for again? Well, my map for a start. Radio. I am really, really discombobulated today. I think I've actually got to go up into here. So turn ourselves that way. We are looking for boars, wasn't it? Yes, boars are up in this direction. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. And then we're looking for Bogyazin. But these guys first because they're closest. Hoglets. There you are. Uh-oh. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, oh, this pig is going to tear me into tiny itty bitty shreds. Maybe. Except now it's dead, so I can't. We're having pork ribs tonight. Maybe with a bit of barbecue sauce glaze. Cooked slowly in the oven over time. Given that the weather here is not friendly for barbecuing. No, no, no. Boom. How many of these have I got to murder? 3. Alright, let's go find some Bogyazin. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Bogyazin are in this river here. What was the other thing I had to find? Not Mightlings, because they're in the other area. Not Opo Opo. We've murdered down Microchew. Oh, right, I'll look it up. Do. Diamites. Yes, and okay, so just the Diamites and the Bogyazin. Let's go get them. I don't know if this is gonna pop, to be honest. Wow. So yeah, so there are some like blocks in Final Fantasy. This is one of them. It's like a hard stop until you can get a party together. And it is 5:27 a.m. here, but I mean, hopefully we have some voyagers roaming around. I know our world revolves around them. Oh, look, a tunnel. What's in here? A monster, what a surprise. Hello. Do these things taste like crab if you cook them right? Or are they just like, bugs? I have had breakfast, I promise. I'm still working my way through my first coffee, but I've had breakfast. Because, streaming without breakfast makes me sillier and fluffy, and then I go to sleep. Right, that's 3 down. You did not need to know that. Anyway. La 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 la. Alright, Bogyazin are done. Now, where is Bent Branch Meadows? There. Okay, I see where I am. Get rid of my map. We're going up this way, I think. Yeah, Jadeite thicket. I'm gonna go that way. Wait, which way? Take that one. That's the way to go. Because we want to cross over this other river that's over here. There we go. Alrighty. So as we wait for the inevitable end. Anyway, let's go. Oh man. So I'm experimenting also with placement on my chat. There we go. Just so I miss things a little less likely. Just so there's less likelihood that I miss things. Man, I will one day get this thing right. Boom diddly-oom. How many of these? 3. Can we count today? Ah, does it involve numbers? I don't know. We'll try. All I can guarantee. Alright, that's 2 down. Ooh. We're a whole level 12. Hello. Let me introduce you to my pointy stick. Ooh. Bird, you're getting good. Okay. Where are we at now? Wait. I need to go to East Shroud because we have stuff in the honey yard to destroy. And I know. We're going to go back to New Gridania. No, not Limsa. What are you thinking? New Gridania, where you gone? I do have to do some crafting. I know. How do you guys feel about a bit of crafting while we're waiting for our thingammy wants it to pop? No? No, alright. We're looking for Mitlings and Opos, which means we need to go to North Shroud. And rather than run all the way there, I'm just going to grab this Etherite thing. And I've unlocked all of the bits and pieces in here. So we're going to go over here to the Yellow Serpent Gate. No, would you make up your mind? There you go. 1 Yellow Serpent Gate coming up. We're going to head on over this way because this is where the Opos are hiding. The Mitlings are over that way. I mean, so we're not sad for choice or anything. But here we are. Hi. Meet my stick. Ooh, wow, you're a bit feisty. I may need better gear. It's a possibility. Well, let's go. So as I talk, or as I do this stream, the latest Yokai Watch thing is on, and I finally, second time round, worked out how it works. No thanks to my FC who just went, hey, go look at the site, because so I did go and look at the site again, and then I went, oh, and the little lights came on. Wait a minute, have we not finished murdering these things? No, we have. And we're looking for Mitlings, which are not over that bridge. Matter of fact, they're not over any bridge. They're over here. See them little ticks roaming around the forest? But we don't want to murder them too close because the XIV slowbeak do not have a sense of humour, and they're birds, so they eat the bugs. So, they get a bit cross when you murder them. And join in the fun, which they weren't invited to start with. Really? Neither were you. Go away, little ladybug. Mind you, it is good practice for the bird, and he gets a feed along the way, so that makes him happy. Get him, bird. That's it. And you. 2 for the price of 1. Right, we have one more thing over in East Shroud, in the honey yard, I believe. Tree slugs. Trying to work out how I want to do this, because there's 2 ways. We actually don't want to be, oh, you know what, we'll just do it the old way. Let's go this way. We're going to go here, and we're going to go find the Hawthorn Hut, and we're going to go that way. This way. So the question is not will I level up a class, an alt class, while waiting for the thing to pop. It's how many alt classes can I level up while I'm waiting for the thing to pop. We are heading into the honey yard because across the way from the nice lady who makes the honey and puts us through our white mage test is a whole little paddock of slugs, I think. Oh, look. No, where are you going, bird? Get your fluffy tail back here. Sunstorm, I did not say you could go on holiday. You have practice to do, my friend. Okay, there's someone practicing with their mandragora. We're going to leave them to it. They're not getting too dented. They're okay. This is what we're here for. So if you're wondering where this is, these are where we find our tree slugs. And we are opposite. Well, this is the honey yard over here. So we're kind of not that far from it. If you have a look. Oh, we might be a bit further than I thought. No, there it is. Over there. There's the honey yard, the little building. And the tree slugs are kind of in between the honey yard and the aetheryte. Hey, don't murder all the tree slugs. Leave some for me. I know. There's always people out here practicing. I don't know if they're bots or if they're normal people or, if they're just lunatics like me who are doing their hunting logs because they can. It's one of those. That's one down. Then, now can we find another one? That one's mine. These things do not have a sense of humor, by the way, and your bird is too dumb to stand out of the way of its spray. See, look, dumb bird. What are you thinking? That is 2 down. Now we need to find another one. Woohoo! I know. We're leveling up for a number of reasons. We're on a preferred server, which means we get a bit of a server bonus. But we also have a level 60 class, which means we are also getting an armory bonus. I haven't eaten any food yet. Well, that's my bad. Oh, possibly because I've run out of food. Well, we'll have to fix that. Right. Make note to yourself, go get food. Oh, hoglets. Now, we just unlocked our second difficulty, so we're now back to square one. We're after arbor buzzards, tree ant saplings, mandragora, wild hoglets, all of these. These are only in this area if there's a fate. Oh, that one, that fate. Let's go and deal with the carry-on baggage. Where'd they go? There they are. All right, we're joining in this fate because we need the XP. Oh, something just targeted me. Rude. No, no. Oh, okay, you don't like me either? Haha, bad budgie. Alright. So we're right near the spawning area for these things, which is a great way to not have to run your behind off when you're doing your fate. If you can catch them before they... Oh, well, fine. Before they fly away. Seeing as there's so many in this area, we're just going to murder them here. And they'll come to us, hopefully. Alright, now they're getting in line. I don't know, that's not very nice. Just don't stand in the orange puddle. It's also a good spot to get some help from your local lancers, other local lancers, you wood whalers, who will also, accidentally target you. Just turn this budgie around. What are you doing? Get back over here, you turkey. Why am I chasing you halfway across the countryside? I know, I've got no idea why that one took off. I suspect maybe there's an unseen paladin floating around, or some kind of tanky class. Oh, look. Yeah, they're drawing them away from me. That's a bit rude. All in this together, my friends. Rightio. They probably were after the gold, but it was a bit late by that time. Okay, now we have tree ants over here. Yes, we do. Good morning. Let's have some kindling. Alrighty. Little bit of murder while we wait for a thing to pop. Okay, see, and this is why I hope that Square Enix, in its wisdom, decides to join us into another bigger server because, how long is it now that we've been waiting for this? Yeah, and but I am on Zerovan. Zerovan with this character, and Zerovan is a very quiet world. It's lovely for just chilling out and relaxing, and terrible for advancing through the MSQ. On some days, on other days, it makes a right liar out of me, and we get things. It could just be the wrong time of day and the wrong day of the week. It is a Tuesday here. It is now 5:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4, but I mean, we had puppies to feed, and by puppies, they're 22 kilo and 34 kilo respectively. Puppies to feed and let outside. I'm looking for more hoglets. There they are. Hello, piggies, and more trees. So look at this. This is a great setup for your hunting log. First, it tells you, to get the meat, and then it tells you to get the wood to fire the meat on. It's pretty good. Yes, I did make that up. In a minute, I'm just going to get really bored and give up on this main story quest thing and just level my Lancer via Duty Roulette. But we're leveling fast enough at the moment. I do need some gear though. We need to go for a couple of runs through Duty Roulette to get gear. Alrighty, hello. Alright, see, now we're going to go smoke the meat that we just murdered. Hi. And again. You know how trees have rings? Well, we just ran rings around the tree. There's another one. Hello. Although it isn't really fair. It is only a baby tree. What are we doing? Picking on child trees. Kill that one. Get this one. Still, this child tree will squash you without blinking. So I guess it's not really a child. And it's not human, and it's not that sentient. It's kind of like a tiger in tree's clothing. Woohoo! Where are we at? Oh, what are we doing? We're after Mandragora. That's what we're doing. Let's go chase the Mandragora. They were last seen in this area over here. If you have a look, all of these things now have a little blue downward pointing arrow, meaning they're not interested in attacking us unless we pick on them first. My general rule of thumb is not to pick on them first. You know how it is. There's my Mandragora. So basically this whole honey yard area, so we have our trees and our hoglets over here. If we're lucky, we get our arbor buzzards here because there's a fate. And over in this space where we're about to enter, we have Mandragora and I think we have Funguar at some point. Oh, and we have our slugs in this area as well. Now it's in range. Alright. I don't really want to go into a dungeon until I can throw my spear. Because it is boring running along after the tank. He's dragging all the monsters you want to fight down the corridor. And you can't touch them because they're out of range by the time you poke them with the stick. So when you've got your ability to throw your spear, it lets you chase them down the corridor and throw them and hurt them, so that your tank has less things to face when he finally decides he's going to stop and let people help him murder stuff. Honestly, some tanks. We need to murder 3 of these. Right. What's in our hunting log? We've managed to take out... We did not take out arbor buzzards. Oh no, those were northern buzzards. My bad. Lemurs, east shroud, 9 ivies. Boring weevils, 9 ivies. Fairy fungi, 9 ivies. Gnats. You guessed it. Poachers, you guessed it. Zizgorlan. Oh, guess where we're going? We're going this way. Alrighty. So basically, pretty much everything we want to murder is over in this space now. So you get to know the East Shroud fairly well. There's my lemurs. There's more over in the other area, but we'll get these ones on the way through. Actually, there should be there's boring weevils here as well. Doo-dee-doo. Get with the stick. And again. And once more for the kitties. And then we'll pick on the lemur. Fairy fungi aren't far from here too, if I remember rightly. We're going to turn them into mushrooms. We can have mushrooms with our boar steak. It's possible I didn't eat enough for breakfast. One of those. Though I am a little bit tired, so it's also possible that, yes, I need to eat to stay awake. That's not happening. Medical appointments today. Oh, my daughter. Yeah, we're doing almost no damage, which means my gear is probably wanting an upgrade. We got 23 grand. That's not really enough. We need to be doing some more MSQing or some more questing. Maybe we'll do some levs. Let's do some levs while we're here. Because it'll be good for a challenge log, basically. If I have a challenge log. We got a challenge log yet with this character? We do, don't we? Yeah. So we're going to do some challenge logging as well while we're here. I know for a white mage we're doing a lot of lancing, aren't we? Right, now, fungi. They are opposite. They're over here, I think. If my memory serves me correctly, and we won't go there. Because it may not. Here we go. There they are. Okay, no, my memory is not as faulty as I like to think it is. Well, there goes that excuse for forgetting appointments and stuff that I don't want to go to. Boom. I know, whoops. Mouse is wandering out the screen again. Oh, I have not got all my boring weevils? Well, we can't have that then. How about little bug bits to go with our fungi? Again, I wonder if you cook them like crabs. You could fry them in butter. Try them in a little bit of garlic. Maybe toss them in with some Lannistean lettuce. I know, what? Oh dear. Hey, leave my bird alone. Okay. Fair call. The bird is kind of kicking you a lot. He's getting quite a good little boot on him, isn't he, Sunstorm? He's tanking for me. What a good birdie. Alright, is that my last fungus? Yes, it is. Right. What do we got? Lemurs, boring weevils, giant gnats, boar poachers, as is Gorlin. But first, let's have a quick looky-see in our challenge log and see what we've got going. Because it is a new week. And I haven't done anything with this character. So in the 12 hours remaining, how many of these can we do? Well, we could jump out of this, which is not popping, and we could just do 3 dungeons via duty roulette. We could then complete 5 dungeons. We could lev quest our way into another 2 grand. Do I have any crafters on board? Let's have a look. I do. Ooh, I have a level 34 crafter, which means I wonder, have I done my crafting quests? There are about 5 of them that you want to do as a crafter. And once you hit level 34, you can. Right. Well, oops. No, that means, can I desynth? So we haven't done that quest. I can extract materia, so we've done that quest. I can't. Actually, let's find it. See if there's anything that has melding slots, and we'll see if we can meld. Come here, white mage. All right. We can meld. So we've done our melding quest as well. I wonder if we've done our over melding quest. All right. Then the other thing I want to check is into. Actually, it's just as easy as putting this in Glamour. Right, so I may not have done that quest. Radio. All right, I see. A little bit of work to do. We got it. Stinging Sophie. We're not quite of a level to take her on. We would get stung to bits. Now, opposite your fairy fungua are your gnats, or opposite your gnats are your fairy fungua. It depends on how you want to look at it. Hello, and these are aggro bunnies. They will have a go at you if you're of a level they think they can turn into fly goo and then eat you with their little toesies. Right, that was a little harder than before. What level are we? 18. What level are these gnats? 16. They shouldn't be that hard. Definitely a gear thing. Hi. Yeah, gear. We need to deal with our gear. With great prejudice. Once we finish this bit. Hi. Meet Mr. Spear. Ah. Oh. He's like, fair enough, meet my friend. It's really hard to get the facing when you're on your own. Until they start picking on your bird. It's really hard to keep your bird alive. Are we done now? Clearly. Okay, I want to go and learn to throw my spear before we go after the ball poachers. So we're going to skip that and we're just going to go after the Zizgorlan. Well, because then I can draw the ball poachers out one at a time. Don't start it. You started it. I could see that coming. Still, that was worth, 650 XP for me and 5,833 XP for what's his face. My bird. Uh-oh. What fate did I just join? That would be the bug fate, no? Stopping the spread, yeah. That's another good way to get your, We just murdered this and we might go and join that. Well, because I'm not fighting these bugs while I'm fighting this thing. Okay, we'll come and get the rest of the Zizgorlan once we finish doing the fight, provided none of them decide to pick on us on our way through. I'm going to try and turn them away from the wood whaler. Actually, I think he's dead, so I may have been a bit late doing that. You know, this would be much better if I had my Yoko watch with me. Whoops. Let's go do that. Oh, the sylphs are getting in on it. I love them. That's the first time I've actually noticed that. Let's get them away from, see if we can turn this guy away from the sylphs. There. Come on. There you go. Stop picking on my little cabbage friends. Oh, we are not nearly there yet either. Alright, I'm going to leave the bird to take care of what's left of that bug. And we'll distract this one if we can. We'll get this one while we're at it. Oh look, I'm pretending to be a tank. Except that tank wouldn't have to get out of the way of that. Oh dear. And there they go, flying off into the trees. Rightio, where are we at? Oh, Zizgorlan, that's right. We haven't finished with these guys yet. Greet the bird with a kick to the nuts. Yeah, that's the way you do it, Misty. Now it's impressed with you. Okay. Where's my... That's my caps lock. There's my tab. So we're playing keyboard and mouse, and more than just occasionally, I tend to derp up the keyboard. Did that one come and join in? Oh, you rude bird. This was not your party. No, my auto-targeter hates me. Oh, no, this is a fresh bird. Oh, gosh. Well done, Budgie. Got him. Done. Well, you know what? We could throw our spear at the ball poachers, or we could just get in there and make a mess of them. Hopefully before they make a mess of us. That would be good. Where are we doing? They are, I think, a little further up this way. I know, I'm just going to get my head right. Be sure they're up here. Let's not play with Sophie. She will put us into oblivion in like 20 seconds flat. The ball poachers. Okay, there's your spire. And over here are your poachers. And the reason I wanted the ability to throw things was to draw them out one at a time, so I wasn't having to face all of them. Let's see if we can get this archer to chase us a little bit further. There we go. So we kite them away from their friends, and then we murder them. And the trick is to do that without bringing too many of their friends down their heads, because they're kind of a little bit tough. And then this is where it gets a little awkward, because their aggro range is something chronic. Let's see if we can find one on their own out here. Pick the stragglers off from the edge of the herd. No, we're not going to be that lucky. The ball poachers are social beings. Right. So what we'll do is we'll kite these ones over here. How many are chasing us? Oh, you sneaky little beggar. Alright, well I guess we just fight the entire poacher encampment. So what I normally do with this is I normally get my level my lancer up until I get my ability to throw spears. Then I come back out here and I throw spears at the target that I want to have chase me out from its friends. Because doing this without that ability is those raptor poachers and wolf poachers are fairly feral. So normally it's normally quite simple. You just draw your chosen poacher kind out this way. Oh, did I just pick on a boring weevil? I did. He's not so boring now, is he? Okay, let's get that down. Right, let's stick the bird onto this. And let's pull this boring weevil over here if I can. No, the one that's attacking me, not the one that's eating grass peacefully. Oh, sugar. And we'll murder this thing before it murders us. Oh, sugar. Right, and this is why. Oh, also we're level 19 now. That's not too bad. We're gonna die. We're so dead. Stun something. Now run. Okay. Give him a minute. We have 2 angry red dots chasing us. Okay. So that's pretty much how that goes if you don't have a ranged attack to pull them away from their friends with. So like I said, what I tend to do is we'll head on back to the Lancers Guild. Now we've had our tails firmly handed to us. Is I tend to go and get my thrown weapon skill, and then I come back and I just poke the one that I'm interested in from a distance, and it very foolishly comes out and chases me, and then I kill it. And it's pretty easy to get that part of your hunting log done as long as you do that. Doesn't matter what class you're playing, whether it's paladin or archer or whatever. You just choose which one you want and you pull them away from the rest, because otherwise it's a very difficult fight, as you can see. We might want to also look to our gear because I think we're kind of under-geared. Lancers Guild. We could turn our quest in, level up a little bit more. Hi, Gangplank. So it's now been about a half an hour since we've been waiting for Thornmarch. Sigh. Let's have a quick chat to Ewain. So you are back. I trust you've learned something of the essence of our art? Yes. Don't pick on more than you can handle. A lancer learns best when he's doing, each thrust making him stronger. Such things as strategy and technique will come in time. And never forget courage. Without it, you cannot hope to realize your potential. Your look betrays no hint of doubt. That is well. It is clear you see the truth in my words. That will be all for the present. Now take up your weapon, sally forth, and cut a path for yourself. Already done, boss man. What's next? When next we meet, I hope to see you stronger for your time out in the world. Oh, eyes are painted on. The next Lancer quest will be available from Ewain upon reaching level 5. Let's go. Ewain, Spear of the Fearless. Guildmaster Ewain would teach you the meaning of courage. Uh-huh. Ah, you have returned. I take from your presence that you've gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good. You're ready to begin the next phase of your training. You will recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into 2 aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. The first is composure. When outnumbered in battle, the lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly flee his mind and he'll struggle to overcome opponents whom he would ordinarily have bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you'll be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so, to your first task. The river banks of the Central Shroud are home to Vilekin known as Yarzans. Fiercely territorial, the creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fall upon their prey en masse, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through the mind of their victim in that instant? Panic? Despair? Be sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take this sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creatures out of their nest. It may be that only one curious Yarzan appears, but what if 2 or 3 follow the scent? Let us see how you fare then. Go now, my young Lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. All right, I'll go fight with some composure. No running and screaming for the hills. But first, I'm going to go buy me some gear. Maybe. Right, now last time I checked the boards, they were decidedly more expensive than the NPC sellers. So we're just going to not bother with the boards because, you know, ow. So, tradecraft, independent apothecary, arms mender. Well, let's go and talk to this nice man first. We're going to grab our repair all inventories and repair everything that we have on us. Alright, now we know that no matter what bit of gear we grab, it's going to be in good condition. At least until, you know, next time I get dented. Apothecary, culinarian. I will buy some food because do I have... Wait. Do I have culinarian? No. No, I do not. We'll have to fix that. Alrighty. What are we? We're something that requires skill. So skill speed is good. This is an item level 5 food. That's spell speed, isn't it? I know. How come the little Fizz DPS get the lovely marmot steak? And what do you feed your mages? Tree toad legs. Honestly, there's just something there that's wrong. Tenacity and vitality. I mean, look, you know, the tanks get chanterelle saute and flatbread. Please don't mind me. Orange juice. All right, that's for your healers because no one would dare feed them toad legs. Let's actually we're gonna buy 10 marmot steaks and stop our whining for a minute. Oh, I know, such a thing is possible. There we go. Let's just grab those marmot steaks and we're going to put them somewhere we can actually get them. They look quite delicious. There we are. What are we doing? I don't know. Alright, what level are we? Level 19. We were level 9 when we started. We should probably look to that. Battlecraft supplier. Disciple of War Arms. I need a better pointy stick. Actually, what I need to do is a run through a dungeon to get some better pointy sticks. But, well, okay, that explains a lot. Levels 10 to 19. Anything is pretty much better than what we've got. An iron spear. That's level 16. That was like 3 levels ago. Let's have that anyway. Right. That's it. Go see. Oh, see you, dopey woman. Add into recommended gear. I've got some better gear. Pop that on. Ooh, look. We are now a whole IL-14. The independent jeweler probably has something worth getting, maybe. Dominion, our independent tailor. Now, it's the tailor that has our war and magic gear here, and our hand and land gear, but we're after war gear. Let us grab our 10 to 19 stuff. What's that? Disciple of War level 18. Yeah, let's do that. And then we want, I don't know, something for the top. That'll do. Let's have some of that. And then we want a bit of... Ooh, that looks exciting. Let's have some of those. And so maybe some, yes, some trousers. Trousers are always good. Make sure you wear your pants into battle. Goatskin leggings. I think I'm wearing something better than what I can. Yep. Rightio. Let's see if that was a waste of cash or if we did okay. We did okay. Nice. Let's put that on. Oh, let's not get too excited. That is like a whole level 17 now. Oh, that's pretty. I know, Bun Girl. I know. It's fine. What are we doing now? Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go play hooky in our fancy schmancy checker coat. And we're going to go over to Uldar, where we're going to pick up, we're going to make doing these fates worth our while. So we're going to go and pick up a quest for Yoko Watchers. It's the 11th today, so it's not quite time for the Moonfire Fair. That will hopefully still be running next time we play. Um, Actually, we just want to run straight ahead. Look at all these people here, and I can't get a party together for. Wow, wow, wow. Get over yourself. Rightio. That Uldan citizen. How many quests have I got in my quest log? Ooh, yeah, I know. That's my samurai quest. Now, over here, if you have not unlocked the gold saucer, this part here is where you'll tend to find your gold saucer guy, the well-heeled youth. This one here, however, with the very nondescript thing, it's not even a blue marker. This is your poor-heeled youth. In the background, we have our samurai job quest for unlocking, and over there, the worried weaver unlocks your viper job quest, provided you've got the Dawn Trail DLC. And you're a level 70, I think it is. I know. I'm looking at it upside down, aren't I? Doing it the hard way. And to the Viper. You need to be level 80. We haven't got anything there, but we do have that. You need to be level 60 to unlock that one. Let's go. A complete game changer. The poor-heeled youth is visibly vexed. Ooh. Oh, how could I have lost? My strategy was foolproof. Listen, friend, if you have an inclination toward that Lord of Dominion game at the Gold Saucer, I'd say you best think twice. I spent a fortune on my critters and had scores of victories to boast. Then some newcomer waltzed up and challenged me. I knew there was something strange about him. An Ra with hair of vibrant hue, glint in his eye, called himself the Maundering Executive, or some such. Still, I'm not one to turn down a match, novice or veteran. Hells, I even gave him a head start. But the minions he used, they weren't like any I've ever seen before. They were demons, I tell you. I accused him of cheating, but he said he'd petitioned the Gold Saucer to use them for battle, and the little buggers were approved. Needless to say, my beloved team was torn to shreds every time. Seems like anything qualifies these days. I've completely lost my appetite for the game, but if you're curious about these so-called minions, you should head over to the Gold Saucer and take a look yourself. He was still loitering around there when I left. Right. Minions, if you're curious, are these little pet things you see roaming around after people. So far, I've picked up a buffalo calf, a gooby sproutling, Senor Otter from the last event. This is your boat that you get when you finish the envoy quest for whatever region you're in. And this is Wind Up Zidane that you get if you've subscribed long enough to. Right, but it does look like I don't have a couple of other minions. We could go on a little minion hunt too. That'd be kind of fun. Right, minion hunt though is going to start at the Gold Saucer, which of course we've unlocked the Etherite to. So we're going to just teleport our way there. If you haven't, you need to go to the Well-Heeled Youth, get the golden ticket for the Gold Saucer, and that will unlock it. Follow those instructions. So where are we at? We're at our teleport. We are at Thanalan, down to the bottom where Gold Saucer is lurking, and away we go. Bing-a-bada-boom. Oh, so distracting in here. Let's go. I did learn some of the math required for... Oh, wow. What's this? Wonder Square. That's not the direction I want to go in. We actually want to go down to the entry, which we could do by using the Etherite, but I mean... that was round square. This is where we want to go. Wandering Executive. Wow, he is an aura with brightly coloured hair. Can I help you? Ah, I suppose word has gotten around about this little fellow. I would be delighted to tell you about him, truly, but I'm afraid I'm preoccupied at the moment. I'm waiting for someone who's unreasonably late. Wait, now that I think about it, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Alternatively, I may have a proposition for you. If you help me out, I will tell you more about my feline friend here. Do you accept? I do. And the deal is struck. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a tradesman come from far beyond the borders of Eorzea. Though I am a slave to wanderlust, I occasionally return to my homeland, where I manage a sizable company that deals in eccentric commodities. Thus, the locals called me the Wandering Executive, and I wear the title with pride. I am often accompanied by an erudite travelling companion, but he appears to have gotten quite lost on his journey. We were strolling in the twilight of the Black Shroud when he grew excited and scampered off to do some sightseeing of his own. He was aware I had some affairs to take care of here, so I thought to let him enjoy himself while I finished my tasks and stayed in one spot. But he hasn't shown up in hours. Perhaps you could ask around Bent Branch for me and find out what's keeping him? Oh, I almost forgot to mention, my friend is not of my tribe. He's a rotund little soul, white as snow, and floats through the air like a cloud. Except if clouds could speak, I would hope they wouldn't be as long-winded as he. Ha! Listen to who's talking. Alrighty, now, 2 points. Firstly, you need to be level 15 or above in order to undertake the quest that I'm doing. Secondly, you need to have completed your envoy quest for Gridania or Limsa or Uldar um, in order to unlock it. I think that's about it, really. You can, as a low-level character, get some benefit out of doing it now, but yes, that's the thing. So if you've seen a lot of people roaming around doing fates, this is why. However, we'll get to that point in a minute. We don't need the Ethernet. We just need to go to Bent Branch Meadows, which means we need our teleport, which means we need Bent Branch. So I was using this as another means of leveling up. So I could do my fates and I could get pick up some fate points and stuff. Wow, there's some. Yeah, but I don't think any of them are signed on. You know what? I think those guys are here every weekend. I'm really hoping they're like real people and not bot people. What's this quest? Guy, oh yes. That sounds like a Moogle, sure enough. Quiet as a mouse when they're hiding, but once they reveal themselves, they never stop chattering. The one I saw a few nights ago was hundreds of yards away, and I could still hear his voice. I was peering off into the distance between the boughs of the trees when I spotted a well-dressed Alra traveller with fiery violet hair and a Moogle flying beside him. It was a strange sight, if I do say so myself. Right. Now, and she's one of the rare few people who can see Moogles. That's interesting too. Let's go talk to Keitha. Hi. Round, white, and floats through the air. Are you sure it was a person? Because I'd say you're searching for one of their Moogles. In any case, you'd be out of luck since they only appear when they want to be seen. Right. Haven't seen anything like that, but it seems too coincidental that there was a talk in Gridania recently about an unnatural being that was disturbing the elementals. The Pajals were saying they've never seen a spirit like it, and feared it would taint the Twelveswood. Seedseer Oat Percy himself sealed it away near the Guardian Tree. Oh no, he did he? Can I fly? It's like, no, don't do that. It's like, have I unlocked that? Oh, thank goodness. Let's go over to the Guardian Tree. I keep forgetting I finished A Realm Reborn, and I think we're into the patches that lead us to Heavensward. But like I said, we're stalled on this particular thing. I think I landed on someone's head. I am so sorry, Yakmak. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves of the Guardian Tree as the antiquated stone vessel sits unmoving underneath. Nevertheless, you cannot help but feel a shiver run up your spine. Let's open it. What? A shiver runs up my spine and I need to open the vessel. Of course I do. Adventurers. All right. I know. Those round things explode. She's like, yeah, but this one didn't. Yet, girl, yet. See? Explode. Wow. Ah, you have freed me. Much appreciated, much indeed. But where are my manners? Whisper at your service. I am a yokai, a supernatural being. You are you? I know, I know. You are wondering why I was in that spooky stone capsule. I was floating along, taking in the scenery, when night fell and I lost sight of the path. I wandered until I came across a small boy and asked him how to return to Bent Branch. But that self-righteous horned child declared me an unnatural presence in the forest and locked me away. Oh, I was horribly cramped. I don't even know if I got the voice right for this. Why would he do such a thing to an innocent visitor of his lands? I never said I was an evil supernatural being. I was defenseless, I tell you. Utterly defenseless. Unwary. Vulnerable. Now he sounds like a kobold. Oh, no. Anyway, I happen to come from a tribe of yokai who know how to reward their liberators properly, and therefore I have a gift to bestow upon you, my new corporeal friend. Here. Uh huh. That impressive device is called a yokai watch. It will allow you to encounter other supernatural beings like myself. With that on your wrist, the mundane will become magnificent. Oh, the unbelievable things you'll see with that watch if it weren't broken. Now, do not think I would give my Saviour a watch entirely beyond repair. It's just that I had not found someone worthy enough for a long time. My friend had been meaning to take a look at it, but yes, that's him all right. He sent you to rescue me? Splendid, splendid. So he was waiting for me at the Gold Saucer, was he? Had I not gotten lost and put in my precarious position, I surely would have set off to the desert at once. Let us depart without delay. Ah, if you give the watch to him when we arrive, I am sure he will repair it for you, and then it will allow you to encounter unbelievable beings like myself. Uh huh. Well, where do we need to go? The wandering executive back up in. I think he's still up in the gold sources, so don't believe the map. That will take you to Uldar, and then you'll need to catch a flying ship. So, that was the wrong button to press. I know if you ever just hit one of these and it's not where you want to go, just hit escape if you're playing keyboard or mouse, and it will actually cancel the teleport, which is really nice. Took me a while to work that one out. In another game, you just run until it stops trying to teleport you. Um, but this one's much easier. You just hit escape. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, it's also the wrong direction. We want to go this way. Here we go. The Wandering Executive. And Whisper. Hi. Whisper explained everything that transpired. What luck you were able to find my friend. Had you not, I would never have known he'd been sealed inside that vessel. You have my sincerest gratitude. He told me you've something to show me as well. Yes, a watch. Ah, I see. So he decided to give you the yokai watch. A broken yokai watch, rather. However, there's no need to worry. Whatever my spirited companion did to it appears to be completely repairable. Wait a moment while I get my tools. Yes, I see. Unjam the slot, send that hand back a couple of ticks, polish up the face, and success. Your watch is now in excellent shape. Go on, take it. Do, do, do. And a bargain is a bargain. You wish to know more about my mysterious minions, yes? I'm certain Whisper mentioned the yokai to you. I brought a handful of these supernatural beings with me from my homeland. Like Whisper, this feisty feline is also a yokai, but from a different tribe. Some yokai grow to be quite friendly once they get to know you. Others, however, are mischievous, and to blame for otherwise inexplicable happenings. If you wish, I can introduce you to the more affable ones I've brought. Should the yokai warm up to you, they become stalwart allies you can summon to fight at your command. Well, at the Gold Saucer anyway. But there is a slight caveat. I cannot accept Aorzean currency for my services. I deal primarily in yokai medals. I'm feeling generous since you helped me retrieve Whisper, so I'll give you one for free. To obtain more, well, that's where your yokai watch will come in handy. Should you chance upon certain fateful happenings, put the watch on your wrist and you shall be rewarded for your meritorious deeds. In addition to the yokai, I also brought other wares which may interest an adventurer like you. Exotic weapons, especially designed by the fine artisans of my company. We accept legendary medals as payments for these weapons. Oh, great. Okay. Here, should our weapons suit your taste, this yokai medallion will be useful in explaining where you can obtain the necessary legendary medals for each weapon. A bit of an inconvenience, I know, but I would be a terrible businessman if I simply gave our wares away for free. Whew, Whisper's long-windedness is starting to rub off on me. But feel free to speak with me about the yokai or the weapons at your leisure. I still have a few loose ends to tie up here at the Gold Saucer, so trust that I won't be wandering for a while. Oh, and my real name is Nohi. Glad to finally make your acquaintance. Yokai medals are a symbol of entering a sacred bond, more than a friendship, more than a marriage. With the yokai watch, you'll be able to gain those medals I told you that it would those medals. I told you that it would allow you to encounter unbelievable beings, didn't I? Very well. So one yokai watch, a yokai medal, and a yokai medallion. Now, that's the quest complete. Now we have until I think it's mid-October before this event runs out, but we have another event also starting in a day's time or 2 days' time. Yokai medals can be obtained by completing fates while equipped with the yokai watch. Yokai medals can be found at fates in the following areas: the Black Shroud, Central, East, South, and North; Lamasia, Middle, Lower, Western, Upper, and Outer; Thanalan, Central, Western, Eastern, and Southern; Kurthus Western Highlands, Sea of Clouds, the Dravanian Forelands, the Churning Mists, and the Dravanian Hinterlands. So basically in your Realm Reborn and Heavensward areas. Azisla, the Fringes, the Peaks, the Locks, the Ruby Sea, Yangtze, and the Azim Steppe. So that takes you into your Shadowbringers. No, not Shadowbringers. Stormblood. Legendary medals can be obtained, albeit at a low probability, by participating in fates in areas designed in the yokai, in the yo, designated in the yokai medallion, while accompanied by the yokai minion designated on the medal. The yokai medallion can be accessed from the collection menu or the minion guide. All right, collection. You have added an item of interest to your collection. Other such keepsakes found in your adventures will be stored here, viewable at any time should you wish to reflect on your past deeds. Also, if you keep them, they will be there for your for when the event pops up again. So this one, I think I've seen it once in 3 years. Um, So hopefully we'll see it again soonish, because I have a few weapons to collect on a couple of characters. Right, collections. Go across on your main menu until you get to logs. No, until you get to duty. My bad. Second from the top is collection. In collection, you'll have your Mogpendium, which you will have if you've been doing any of the Moogle treasure quests. And now you'll have your Yokai Medallion. I'm going to grab that thing and I'm going to drag it down here so it's easy for me to access. And then I just have to click on it out of there. Oops. Just poke it. So as you can see, we have this Yokai Medallion, right? And it tells you where to find things. Unfortunately, what I was hoping was that it would tell me which of these goes with which fate. So I know Jibanyan, his fates are in Lanasia, and Komasan, I think Komasan is in the Black Shroud. I could be wrong. It might be Whispers in the Black Shroud, and Komasan was somewhere else. Anyway, look, I might just start. So we have Demona, Zazel, Lord Ananta, Lord Enma, Usapian, Robonyan, F-type, Hovhanyan, Shogunyan, and so on, Venoct. So it'd be nice to kind of be able to choose them. But anyway, so we've been given that. If we go Control I and into wrists, you'll see we've got a Yokai watch, which if we pop up our character screen, we can strap onto our wrist. Now, be aware, whenever you use your recommended gear set list, it will want you to put on the stuff that's actually going to benefit you in battle and not your Yokai watch. So every time you update your gear using that system, you're going to have to put your watch back on. All right, that's that done. Now, watch is on, so if we encounter fates, we'll start earning Yokai medals. Well, with this character, you're going to have to do it for each gear set. Rightio. Now, if you go to Nohi, a pleasure to meet you again. Have you come to meet more yokai, or perhaps browse my array of special goods? If you want to meet a yokai, you can purchase minions. We've been given one medallion, so it's one medallion per yokai. There's Manjimat, Kobanjiro, Kyubi, Blizaria, Whisper. I'm just going to go with Jibanyan to start with. We'll start at the top. Grab this one. It's a little ginger cat. Let's get you two acquainted then. Meet your new friend Jibanyan. I hope you two will get along. And that's pretty much the same greeting you'll get for every single one. Now, you don't have Jibanyan to summon yet. Okay, he is not currently in your minion guide. To put him there, you go across to your inventory, find him in the inventory, right click, and go use. You'll get this spectacular little thing around you, and Jibanyan will be in here. After being run over, Jibanyan was bound to a busy crossroad where he spent his days taking revenge on any passing vehicle that stood in his way. Right. It's a scary ghost kitty. I forgot. I'm going to eat that while I'm here. Oops, no. I'll do that in a minute. So now when you go into your medallion, we just click it because it's down here now. He's lit up, and we can see that if we're in the Central Shroud, Lower Lanosia, and Central Thanalan, that's where we'll find his medals. All right. So I think I was playing, I was developing a Marauder at the time when I first ran him with one of my characters. So we went to Lower Lanosia and did the fates there. But there are 3 areas. So what we'll do now is we'll find Jibanyan. Actually, I had him in our minion guide. We'll right click and we'll summon him. And he should summon in just behind us there. Right, Central Shroud, you said. Do I need to be there? So I try to continue. Oh, we do need to be there. I try to actually link my Yokai medallion collecting with my whatever activity I'm doing to level up. So that's just because that way I'm doing more than one thing at once, which makes it worth my while. That's it. That's it. We've done the quest. We've added our minion. If you jump into Nohi again, you will see that he has weapons. They're all 5 for the first one, right? Once you've got your first weapon, they go to 10. But the good news is they then stay on 10. Okay, so you'll get one at 5. So the White Mage's Cane is the legendary Komasan medal. All right, and the one for Jibanyan is a warrior's axe. Radio. And then, of course, you have a few other things you can pick up for them. You have your Framer's Kit. Terribly sorry, but this is only meant for those who've befriended each and every yokai. If you wish to earn it, you can start by gathering yokai medals and growing your circle of companions. So to get the Framer's Kit, you need to pick up each of these. These will only ever be worth 1 medallion each, I think. No, 3 medallions, I think. Let me have a look. Might tell me now. Enter purchase minions. Yes, so you need 3 medallions per. Okay, so we need to collect 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times 3 is 30 plus 18 is 48 medallions. So we need to do at least 48 fates. Right. Okay. When we've done our Framers Kit, purchased our minions, picked up our Framers Kit, which we can't find the cost of yet, we can then start with our furnishings, but we do need to pick up and befriend each and every single yokai to do it. So there you go. There's a challenge for those of you who like challenges. Let's take Jibanyan into Central Shroud, where we're also going to be doing our Lancer quest. So that's kind of convenient and helpful. Let's go off to Bent Branch. So the one thing with this game that's really good is you can interlock several tasks at once. So maybe these are bots. I don't know. Anyway, so basically, while we're doing fates, we're not just doing our yokai medal. We're leveling up our lancer, but on top of that, we're doing our challenge log for completing fates, and we could earn 3 grand from that. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go and find where we need to be for our quest. Looks like it's over this way. Spear of the Fearless. I feel much happier now I've got better gear on. We're in level 1 gear. Oh my, that was a mistake, wasn't it? Will these things leave us alone? Probably not, because they're Bogyarzan. But they don't like leaving the river. That doesn't mean they won't. Alrighty, let's go over to the other river, where we were murdering our little axolotl things and our water sprites and Chigo and those little tentacle plants, microchew, little tentacle plants. What? Anyway, it's where we found the tunnel for see efts. It's the other thing we were murdering. That one's ignoring us. But this is where our test is. Let's go. We're using foul-smelling bait because the Yarzan love it. See? So remember, this is a level 5 quest, and we're kind of level 19, and have level 17 gear, so that kind of helps a lot. Where's my bird gone? He's nicked off again, hasn't he? Fair dinkum, that bird. He and I are not going to get along if he keeps it up. Alright, summon the budgie, our lazy little stormfeather. Eat our marmot steak so we can get our 3% thing, along with a couple of other benefits that are going to be very helpful. And let's report to Iwayne and get started on our next one. I don't see any... Oh, I do. What's that? Oh, no, we're not playing with that one yet. Right. Off to Iwayne. We'll come back in a minute. Ugudanya. And oops, then we're going to go to the Lancers Guild, since I can get out of that. Into the Ethernet. La 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 la. Yes. Lancers Guild. Hey Elon. And away we go. Having a quick chit chat to Wayne. Welcome back, Mistwalker, and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of skill or strength with a spear will avail the lancer who lacks composure. You're now ready to learn the second aspect of a lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he'll become defensive, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A lancer who fears to attack is naught but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it will do him. It is not, and will never be, a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the central shroud, to an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, that neck of Twelveswood has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. Spirit Hold, huh? There you'll find 3 collapsed pillars which will become a haunt for the fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encounter? Ha! To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young Lancer. I will only say this. If you face these foes with a Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you've completed the trial, pray report to Gillian in the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage, albeit with some trouble. Though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties, her struggle has furnished her with certain insights, which I think you would benefit from hearing. A lancer learns best when he is doing, aye, but the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Mistwalker, and do as I bid you. Right, I shall go and do as bid. Where are we going? We are going back to the central shroud. And we're going to look for baits. Actually, we can do that one. Let's go and do that. This is the battle on the bridge. And it may almost be over. We'll check. Oh, 9 minutes 40. Are we good? The battle on the tree bridge. Jump down. Summon our Budgie. Come on, Budgie. Where we will try not to fall off the log. I know, right? Level sync is kind of important now. Let's see if we can earn ourselves our first Yokai medal. We've got to successfully complete it. I'm having a lot of trouble with my aiming this morning. I know, it keeps wanting me to hit the hornets. It's like I don't need to fight the hornets today. There it is. Boom. Now if we go down to here, we'll see that we earned a yokai medal. Great. Only 47 more to go. Into our map. Shrink it down. That's level 43. Let's not play with that. This one is level... Let's play with that one. We're facing in the right direction. Let's grab our bird or whatever happens to come. Let's mount roulette so we could get anything. We're going to fly on over to Spirit Hold, which is where we need to be anyway. Make sure we're going in the right direction. We need to go over this. And we probably don't want to jump down straight into the middle of it, is my thought. Okay, there's our mission. A cadre of Spirit Hold dwelling imps is planning to make a mass exodus into the 12's Wood. Let us level sync. Okay, they spawn about here, so the trick is going to be to not hit the one that we don't want to hit. Did my ally just hurt me? I think he did. Looks like someone's joining the party. Mate, you were not invited. That's not going to stop him though. Now, the trick with these legendary medallions is you have to have the yokai you want to earn the medallion for out. There we go. We have earned our first legendary Jabanian medal. We need 5 of them. Alright, let's get this task done while we wait for the next fate to pop. We're not far from Clever Girls, where that pops. So you'll also note we got a normal yokai medal as well for that one. Looks like there's another fate. A Mother Scorned. Okay, I know what that is. That's just up in here. We'll come back and finish the rest of our task in a minute. What we're looking for are big pigs. Our level sync. Get our charging hog. 7, 6, 1, smack. And 2. And then we're going to go over here. This is another one. Alright. Now they spawn in 2 points, here and over here. If you're a lower level, those hoglets will also have a go at you, so just be aware of who you are and what you're doing. Down here to this one, put a bit of a sprint on. Excellent, we've got some company. Okay. I like it. It's nice when you get other players who come join in. Even like, and don't give up on a fate just because it's nearly done when you get there. If there's only one other person doing it, you get one shot in and one hit in, you can still get a medal for doing the fate. And I actually got a medallion for doing the fate when I was with one of them, which surprised me immensely. All right, there's our last log. So as you can see, you can do your fates. And you can do your quests. Let's see if there's another fate that's popped while we're waiting. Clever girls. I told you that would be there soon. Let's grab this. Just come in around the top of Gilbert's. Yeah. Don't forget your level sync. It's very hard to attack fate targets without it. Oops, that was not a fate target. My bad. That was. Is he chasing me? Well, quit chasing me, you evil little fungus. So when you have sufficient gear, even though your levels are synced, your fates become a lot easier. Not sure how that's going to change in 8, but just make sure we didn't miss any others. I saw another one coming in. There it is. We did it. That's our second Jabanian medal. We need 5 of them. Okay. That one is above us. We're going to have to leave that one. Alrighty. Back to the Lancers Guild. Let's go. So you don't need to just completely go after your event, especially when it's nice and it's got a nice long run in like this one does. You can just take your time and fit it in around what you're doing. Into your Ethernet, over to our Lancers Guild. There we go. And we're still waiting. I know, what? I forgot. I'm going to talk to Jillian. I've been expecting you, Mistwalker. By your return, I trust you understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is a matter of training each of its aspects. Now, the endeavor may prove difficult in the beginning. Gods know how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, and you will acquire such courage as you never thought could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could simply be a disagreement born of conflict in ideology. The point is, it matters not what battlefield you stand upon. So long as you take care to be composed and resolute, your courage will grow. Did that make any sense? Even a little? I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Iwane, but if there's aught I can do to assist in your training. What was that? Something is afoot in the training area. Uh-oh. Something is afoot in the training area. We shall have to go and deal with it. That looks like trouble. Hey. And you call yourselves lancers? Pathetic. You're next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all will know that you are no true lancer. Say what you will, I'm above provocation. Huh, craven to the last man. Ah, but what have we here? Wait, she's but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted her to your ranks, did you not? Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. Yeah, who was that masked jerk? There's naught more to see. Return to your drills. He's going to yell at me now, isn't he? For sure. You idiot. Why did you stand there? Well, there didn't seem any point in moving. Guildmaster. Mistwalker, you made no attempt to evade his thrust. Ah, no. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, it is of little consequence now. You need pay no further heed to our uninvited guest, lest you wonder it is not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage, the composure to bring the sum of your strength and skill to bear against your foes, and the resolve to attack when fear should stay your hand, as befits a lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you, one that will put your courage to the test. Until then, continue to apply yourself to your training. Farewell, Mistwalker. Farewell. I've outgeared myself. Fine. Cash is good. Courage of Stone. Guildmaster Iwane has a mind to test your courage. Ah, Mistwalker, I swear you've gained an ilm around the arm since last we spoke. It is plain you've not been idle. It's the puffy sleeve, sir. In our previous lesson, you learned the Lancer's definition of courage and how you might go about tempering its two aspects. Today, we shall find out if your efforts have borne fruit. I see you've come prepared for battle. That is well. Your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. In such a situation, one may be attacked from any direction. Make it difficult to respond appropriately, making it difficult. Furthermore, the likelihood of being surrounded is high. Will your resolve bear the weight of uncertainty? Will your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you? We shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage you already possess will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel to Naked Rock, where the Anoles claim dominion. At the summit of the rock is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it and bring it to me. If you are to reach your destination, you will need to negotiate a path through whole packs of flesh-eating scalekin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To stride into the midst of so many would be to ask much of any lancer's courage. But given time, and no small amount of perseverance, I am confident you'll prove equal to the task. You are you? Well, let's go find Naked Rock. You know, it sounded interesting until he said hordes of flesh-eating skullkin. No, not so interesting. No. Let's go find... Oh, there's a fate. Can we do that one? 8 minutes 14, 13 minutes 30. Let's go do this one. Something in the... Oh, no, let's not do that one. I remember what that one is. They were malicious. Lady Killer. Let's go do that. And then we'll see if I can gather up my courage to face 2 angry water sprites. Something in the water. Something's come out of the water, more like. Alright, just in this little pocket here. Well, let's go, Leo. We got 25 minutes 30 on our bird, so we're good. Let's start. You. Oh, yeah, fate. Level sync. And we'll grab this one. And then we'll grab this one. Oops, we better finish off what we started. If you listen for them, you'll hear them. Oh no, now there's a few. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that too. Never mind, now I'm without healing when I need it. Not that we should need it if we're persistent. I think he was already attacking me. We'll attack him back. Don't let him get away with that garbage. Boom. How many Jabanian medals is that now? We'll jump into our inventory, over into items. You'll see we have 3 Jabanian medals and 5 yokai medals. That's pretty good. We can pick up 5 more yokai if we want. But, alright. Shall we see if we get murdered by something in the water? Let's go find out. I know, I'm a little bit nervous by it, but we'll work it out. So what I did was I chose the fate I knew I could do, as opposed to the fate that I haven't succeeded at before. Whoops. I mean, we could run through the Yazan infested tunnel. We could. Alright. This is a stagnant thingamy, what's it? We're not going to sink. We've only got about 5 minutes. We may not be able to bring it down in time, but let's find out. It's out of course it is. Now it's noticed us. Oh boy. Just keep an eye on your health on this one, because he's pretty mean. Man, I was scared of doing it. Why? Probably because I chose the wrong class to do it with last time, or I was under-geared, or all of the above. We are trying to stay out of the way of the Bogausen, because we are level synced, so it will think we're tasty. Whereas when we're not level synced, it won't think we're tasty anymore. Uh-oh. Boom. That's our 4th legendary Jabanian medal. Are there any more fates? I know I did find that the first 5 medals were actually not too hard to get to. The Sting. That's down near the docks, and the other one. Okay, something about Lou. That's a tough one. Let's go to the Sting first. We'll see if we can finish it, and then we'll see if we can deal with Lou, the hyperactive slug. Okay, these are arbor buzzards. I think they might actually be on our hunt list. We're going to jump into the middle of this one. We'll just drop here, check our birds up, grab our level sync, grab our hornet swarm. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm not ranged, which means I do need to get near the evil budgie that's going to attack me. Oh no, it's not going to attack me. Don't attack the tree slug, for goodness sake. It's being friendly right now. And then we'll hop back this way. They do respawn pretty quick, which is nice if there's more than one of you wanting to do the same fate. I did this the other day and I had a paladin jump in. It was good. The two of us between us, because I was playing an archer at the time, did alright. Okay, now you are not part of this, mister. You're going to slow my time down. I know, I did pick on you while you were... How long did we have? We only had about 5 minutes, didn't we? So we're halfway through at the 3-minute mark, which is not great. It's not too bad though. Back this way. You've got to be prepared to move around. It's not going to come to you all the time. So the good thing about having doing these fates and being level synced is that you're also completing another part of your challenge log, which is bosom buddies, and there's 2 bosom buddy entries to complete. One of them to kill 20 foes. I think the other one is to kill 100. It's not that hard to achieve it. You just got to be persistent. Okay, bird can take that one on. Well, I take this one. That, my friends, is our 5th legendary Jabanian medal. Let's go back to the gold saucer and pick up our first weapon. Here we are. Okay, now because I really don't feel like getting lost for the 3rd time today, let's just go to entrance and card squares. I know it's just through one door and it's really easy to get to, but if you're me and this place confuses you a lot... Okay, no, he no longer has his helpful shield above his head, so we're going to grab him. Pleasure to see you again. Have you come to meet more yokai, or perhaps browse my array of special goods? Well, let's purchase our Jabanian weapon, which is this one. We have 5 things. Yes. Give it a minute. Here you are, your new weapon. Go on, try it out. So it's good for glams. You'll find the stats are possibly a little bit lacking. The number of legendary yokai medals required to purchase yokai weapons from Nohi has increased. Participate in fates to earn more medals. Alright. Give it a minute. Grab Nohi. So we've unlocked the otherworldly poor achievement. Pleasure to see you. Yes. Weapons, what has it gone up to? It's gone up to 10 as we expected. Let's just see what other yokai we can purchase for our minion collection. We own 7, so we can pick up 2. We can pick up Komasan, who I think is the White Mage's weapon. There you are. You do hope we'll get along? Yes, we'll get along. Little horned kitty thing. And then I guess we can pick up one more. So we will pick up Whisper or Blizzaria. No, let's pick up Whisper. It'll be fine. We'll just work our way down the list. So now we only have 30 more, 42 more medals to go. Catch me if you can, Whisper. So the achievements we're unlocking, if I just go over here, Watch me if you can, Witch Whisper. These are our last 5. But we're looking for... Give it a minute. Okay, so there you go. Obtain a Whisper minion, obtain a... Okay. So we're looking for... Oh my god. Where do we find it? Seasonal events? Yes, okay. Well, it goes in seasonal events, but they're not actually listed. Sometimes they're listed, but not today. Alright, so there's your Whisper, there's your Otherworldly Paw, and so on and so forth. So there are 13 minion achievements to get, and there are 13 axe achievements to get. Not axe, weapon achievements. Well, let's have a look in our Yokai Medallion book. Which reminds me I have to actually activate Whisper. So we'll use Whisper. Boom. There he is. And we will use Komasan. Boom. Right, Komasan. East Shroud, Western Lanasia, and Eastern Thanalan. And Whisper, South Shroud, Upper Lanasia, and Southern Thanalan. This is where we have to start going a little bit out of our way. Don't feel like going out of my way though. But also... So what we might do... I think Komasan is the one that gives us the White Mage's weapon. So we're going to activate Komasan. So we're just going to jump into our character, into our minion guide. Read what Komasan's about. A lion dog that came from a rural area. He often expresses awe when traveling in the city. And over here we have Whisper, a self-proclaimed yokai butler. With the way he talks, you'd think of him a know-it-all, but he's really a know-nothing. Oh, not nice. Alrighty, so let us right-click, and we will summon Komasan. Hopefully I'm not messing that pronunciation up too badly. Right, now, we do have some Lancer stuff to do first. So we're going to go and obtain a Stone of Courage at Naked Rock. So we need to go back to Bent Branch. Now, we've got Komasan running. I do need to check that I've got my Yokai Watch on, because I think I upgraded my gear. If I haven't, I need to upgrade my gear and then put my Yokai Watch back on. So let's do that. We go C for character, into recommended gear, grab that thing, go Control I, into our wrists. Now I've discovered I can't put my Yokai Watch down in here and then equip it. It won't let me. Okay, it's a real pain in the neck. I could try putting it in here. No, look, it's alright. We'll just grab it out of here. It's just one of those things. We'll equip that, and then we are going to update our gear set so it has the watch in it, which will auto-equip until we update our gear set again. Alright, a whole 18 points of mischief. We have 2 fates on the board. That's got 857, 1444, and 254. Okay, we're not doing... Well, I don't think we're going to defeat Lou in 2 minutes. To be honest, he's a tough cookie. But so in that case, we'll go to... That's 843, that's 912. Let's go to the shortest one first. One Enchanted Eve. We're going to chase some Fungua. Alrighty. I know, we are still waiting for Thornmarch. It's not looking good, is it? It's been an hour and a half. Time elapsed, 110 minutes. It's been nearly 2 hours of waiting for it to pop. Level sync, get off the thing. Let's go. We've got our watch on. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do our Lancer quests while leveling up. Our fates, and we're doing our fate entry in our challenge log and our bosom buddies entry in our challenge log at the same time. So we've got it all happening. You can hear them spawn in. Usually. Unless you're beating another one up, in which case it gets a little hard to hear them. They look okay. Alright, we saw another fate over here. That's got 6 minutes left. Leader of the pack. I don't remember what that's about. Let's go find out. If you are doing this on foot, it can be a pain. I would actually, if I was doing it on foot, I'd go for the one with the next highest wait time. Oh, well, I mean, we had to come here anyway, right? Level 9 Anole, we're level 22. They may attack us, they might not. Once we level sync, they will attack us. So I'm just going to murder these guys while I'm this level. Because they're in the way and they're going to make life awkward. Right, now this guy. I see another one over there. We'll get him anyway. I don't know. I've never done this one before, so we'll find out. That needs to go up there. We're going to try and keep him away from his buddy over there. That way we're not fighting two of them. Done. I guess while we're here, we did earn, yes, we earned a yokai medal. So we can now get, well, we can't get the next one. They're a little feisty, aren't they? Picking up the Stone of Courage. Congratulations, you've obtained the false Stone of Courage. Aye, you heard me right. False. What does that say about your courage, I wonder? Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Fuchs. We had the pleasure of meeting at the Lancers Guild, if you recall. You stuck a spear in my face, you jerk. On that occasion I turned my weapon upon you, yes, and you betrayed not a hint of fear. It was in that instance that I sensed you were unlike the others, that you had promise. And so to the present. In its current state, the trial in which you are engaged, if trial it may be called, makes a mockery of the lancer's art. Needless to say, this cannot be tolerated. And so I have taken the liberty of moving the Stone of Courage to a more suitable location. It now resides in the depths of Spirit Hold, under the guard of fell fiends. A far more fitting challenge, as I'm sure you will agree. Whether or not you attempt to retrieve the stone is for you to decide. If you fear for your safety, I suggest you run back to the guild and bemoan the world's frightfulness to the many brave souls who cower there. Ewain will doubtless consider it a supremely courageous act. Yet know that a lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Someone's a little full of himself. But if I remember rightly, there was a fate going on over at Spirit Hold. Ooh. Well, let's do Lady Killer. And we may or may not make the Spirit Hold fate. I think that's to do with a very large imp. Never mind, he'll come back around. Let's go Lady Killer, which is just more ladybugs than we can poke a stick at, although given that we are going to be doing exactly that, perhaps that pun was very unintended. Takes us less than a minute to get this one done, I think. Hey, it popped! We are definitely going to miss the spirit hole thing. Oh my god! Look, if you'd been waiting 2 hours for this, you'd be excited too. I know. Oh my. Oh no. Moogles, I forgot. They're so cute and pokey with their swords. Oh my. Kupo, who in the 7 hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Muggles guard, to arms! Defend the king! Kupo! Okay, come on, let's go. Oh, I didn't get to say hi, but that's okay. Let's put a little bit of damage over time. What can I do here that I need to be doing? Where's my tank? Let's put some shielding on my tank. Not that he needs it. Depending what level they are. Oh! Stay out of range of that. No, 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 no. Do not cover me with your dot. Thank you. You evil little mungbean. I should be healing. Let us go in here. I'm DPSing like a pro, but I should be doing this. Just remembered. Sorry, guys. Healing is a thing, right? There you are. All better now. I know I got lost into the DPS world. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, keeping a better eye. So my 5 is... Oh, actually I do want to stand right here. And then, do I have... Let's actually do Medica. That would be useful for everybody. What is wrong with me today? Totally off my feed. I know, the healer's bored. Hey, there's another healer. You can have some healing too. You know, I should be doing this and this. I'm being a very terrible healer today. And a 5. And I think everyone needs some 3. There you go. And now we'll refresh the wind on this mischief maker over here. We're going to put some extra guarding on our tanks and on our fellow healer. And now we're going to hit King Moggle. And oh, come in. Don't let them take that on their own. And 5. Where's he gone? There he is. That dot on him. Check for healing. Healing is required everywhere. Let's put some regen on. And let us put some healing on everybody. There we go. And 2. And then 1. And then 2. Hello. What just pinned me? Oh, that's bad. Okay, over into here. Basically what you're doing is you're picking, you nasty pasty, you're picking the The first area that, to give everyone a little bit of a boost. And 6. Oh no, he's healed already. Yeah. Boom, we did it. Thank you. All right. Getting towed away by his friends. All right. I don't think we'll miss story if we go. Oh no, we did. We didn't miss story. Okay. I didn't want to miss story for you guys. Let's play accommodation Little Mountain. Have a look at our loot. We don't want the mog fists, but we will ask if we can get into the coffer. There you go. All right. Now that is a wonderful thing to do if you're collecting weapons. Thank you so much, guys. That was a good run. You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Mogomog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. That is good. And your timing is impeccable. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's Guard when you did. Thank you, Mistwalker. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more. Kupo! She's with Raya O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. All right, Kupla Cop, we can do that for you. Alrighty, now do we want to open our Mogpon weapon with our healer? Because I think our healing weapon is a good deal higher. 255, yeah. So when you get one of these weapon coffers, whatever you open with, that's a 75. Required item level is 50. Try and get it opened with something that's going to use it because it's so much more fun. So Gunbreaker or White Mage. I think our Gunbreaker actually has higher level weapons as well. Really? Let's dress ourselves. This has happened a couple of times to characters I was pretty sure I'd updated gear sets on. Alright, that's a level 255 weapon. Right, like I said, these are great for collecting through. I was actually hoping to put it on a character that needed it though. That's fine. Makoto Ymir. Alrighty. We'll wait till our Lancer gets up to that, and that's what our Lancer will be using. Too sweet. Back to Lancer. Actually, no, back to White Mage, because that's our main story quest character. Finally. Alright. I know, that was a 2-hour wait, and I'd like to say that kind of wait is unusual in Oceania. But it's not really for the big trials. You just have to find something else to entertain yourself with while you're waiting. In my case, I collect other classes and level them up. Oh man, that's definitely not forest friendly, is it? Pukni Pak. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mogomog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mugglekind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Raya O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Thank you. Raya Osena. Raya Osena wishes to congratulate you on your victory over good King Mogomog the 12th. Your bravery and service to the Twelveswood and her Muggles shall not be forgotten, Mistwalker. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray, return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. I shall do that. The Lotus Stand is back here at Gridania. Oh man, always appreciate it so much when everyone jumps in and does that. It just but and that one will pop. Not normally 2 hours. Sometimes it's been a half hour, but it's a long wait. Like I said, I really hope that Square Enix sees fit to roll us into, say, for these kinds of things. Like they're rolling all of the North American server worlds into one big like core group where it draws from all of them. Not worlds, data centers. And then they're rolling all the Japanese data centers in, and they're rolling all the European data centers in, because each of those have two data centers, and the North American one has several more. But Oceania only has one. So we get to draw on all the worlds in Oceania, but we only ever have one data center. So it wouldn't matter what data center they rolled us into. Um, that would reduce our queue times. I mean, I don't think adding another world to Oceania will solve the problem, but adding us to another data center for the purpose of doing Duty Finder would be really, really, really helpful. But I also don't know if it's possible programming wise, so I'm sure they'll do their best by us. Um, it would also stop the number of players who decide not to play in Oceania at all, but to actually put their characters in on another data center in the world, like another world data center, instead of putting a character here, which just exacerbates the problem that we have here. Um, so, but that's okay. That is fine. Where are we going? We are going to the Conjurers Guild. So yeah, so it would be nice. That'd be a solution for us at least. And Crazy Aussies play at all times of the day because we do play across data centers. Um, so it's not like they'd be drawing on nothing at any time. I mean, I've got people in my other guilds who are playing at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because that's when they can get a run in their other data center on their other worlds. Yeah. Of course, they're not on at this time of morning as a result. Let's go. Mistwalker, you return to us unharmed and victorious. Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Well, you see. Ah, then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. Whoops. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means Asians. The whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupopo? They said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. No, because all of the archers are masked. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A sombre thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Mistwalker. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. Oh, we knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the elder Seedseer, perhaps you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Very well. Well, hopefully they don't mind me returning to the Waking Sands from here. We'll just use our Vesper Bay Etherite tickets. I know I'm a little bit excited because we're into the next, into the patches between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, which means we're getting closer and closer to the next part of the story. Well, you know, even more parts of the story. I know what I'm trying to say. On the properties of primals. Return to Minfilia at the Waking Sands. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting further into the story. There's so many good bits ahead of us, most of which I've only played once. So I'm looking forward to remembering them because there's so many of them I can't remember all of the story. Must be the 10th time I've played it. It might have a different tune to sing. The question is, can we get Mistwalker through to the end of Dawn Trail in the next, to August now, so the next, what's September, October, November, December? I don't think we can. It's 4.5 months. It's good to see you hale and healthy, Mistwalker. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felled good King Mogglemog the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Mistwalker. You're welcome. So we've reached level 60 before hitting Heavensward. So now our next goal is to reach level 70 before hitting Stormblood. Because it makes the story more fun to enjoy because I don't have to worry about surviving so badly. The Gifted. The time has come at last to leave Vesper Bay, and Minfilia would apprise you of the final details of the move. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct further operations openly, but on this particular occasion the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Mistwalker. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. All right, I'll go and check in with him. Now, because we're between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, there are a couple of things we've got to bear in mind. And that is that there are two major stopping points in this area. Papalimo, why can't I pick up your quest? The Bowl of Embers Hard has to be done. Right. That's part of the stopping point. So let's speak to Urianger. Thou art ever welcome, Mistwalker, but I require no assistance. Pray, take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily doth he set down the past! Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. That's kind of ominous, Urianger. Be not offended, Mistwalker. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach, despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories. Thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 for Fend, the antecedent. Well, stop nodding and get running. Oh, that's not good. Urianger, we have a problem. Mistwalker, you must. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Saying goodbye. Tell me, Louis Soir, would you have done the same? Louis Soir Levalier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Uh, huh. An Asian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes, gifted but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. He who you speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he's still. Come. I only confirm what you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You. What are. We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. Oh, God, I think she just dropped us in it. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I I do not understand. Shadowless, formless, fleshless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colours perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave, as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Ah! Right. That was the scream we heard. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardour, I wonder? What's the ardour? Oh, I take it there is no need to explain. Man, what a headache. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Tataru. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Asian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Asian, my lady. Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did, but moments ago, glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Asians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would this one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Mistwalker. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. All right. Pray attend me, Tataru. I know. Story. I love it. However, I may not be able to finish this particular quest because I do have to get tracking in a minute. So we'll see how far we go. I'll give it another 5 minutes. We'll see how we are. Exit to Vesper Bay. Leave the Waking Sands. Heading on into Western Thanalan. Doors. I know I'm seeing a blue thing. Uh-oh. I ran right into him. Not looking where I was going. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Right. Well, that's a little mysterious. Let's have a quick chit chat to the merchant mender. We'll make sure everything is repaired in all our inventories. Just, 32, so not much was broken in whatever fight we were in. There we are. Beautiful. Okay, there's another quest inside the Waking Sands, and this is one of the things you've got to be aware of with your with this particular part in between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. Alright, well the bird takes care of the first one and the wind starts taking down stats in the middle one. We'll finish off the end, then we'll move into the center. Done. Yep. There's no point mounting up and riding, we just have to get down. Alright, now we could join this fate, but I am a little short on time for the end of the stream, so I'm going to have to just not join it. We'll go into here, we'll get this part here done. My, aren't you a very big banana? I know, I did just put a regeneration on my bird. Because you can. As a white mage. Ooh, go get that one. I'll go get this one. I know, it's division of labor, we're fine. Whoops, wrong button. Just have to keep an eye on my bird. We'll practice our white magery in this test. Good work, Budgie. Nice work, Sunstorm. Let's go. Now, because we're level 60 and these are all level 22s, it just makes it a lot nicer for traveling through here. This is going to change when update 8 comes out, 8.0. I've lost my... Oh, fine, we'll get our feet wet. Because it's going to be more dynamic, the area is going to adjust to your actual level. So, heaven knows what I'm going to do then. Let me just get rid of this. Oops. Which means I need to get rid of... Oh dear, that was possibly not my best ever thought out plan. But basically, I just didn't want to have to bother with these guys at the same time as I bother with this guy. Okay. And then I forgot that I'm such a high level they would have ignored me. Okay, which one's the bird going after? Right, he's going after that one. We will take on this one. Fine, we'll take on this one then. So that's the power of your damage over time spell, Wind. If you time it well and combine it with your bird, then you have a better time of actually getting through the whole thing. That was the easiest run I've had though, so being over leveled is helping a lot. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. Is that what you called that? I called it attempted murder. Anyway, have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother favours you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. One true God. Man, now we know we're in trouble. All right. Report to Menphilia at the Waking Sands. Let us indeed. It will be quicker than running back through the tunnels. Let us head on in. Now, the two choke points that I keep talking about and then losing track of. One of them is the need to do all of the primal quests, the primal trials again on hard. So you need to face Ifrit hard to unlock Garuda hard, to unlock the Sea Beast hard. That's not enough though, because once you pass that progression point, you then have to enter the labyrinth. Now I think we've been doing a little bit of unlocking in that. Let me just double check. So we'll just have a quick look at Duty Finder because I can't jump into it yet. Alright, so we need to do, we'll just clear that selection. We need to do the Bowl of Embers hard to unlock the next one. However, we will also need to do these. We need to do the Labyrinth of the Ancients. We need to do Syracuse Tower. And then we need to do something dark. So there are 3 alliance raids that we need to do. So you can start doing those before you hit the point in the main story quest where it says you're not taking the next quest until it's done. Or you can wait till you get there and it'll be an even longer wait. So kind of once you're aware you've got to get these done, you can reduce the likelihood that that choke point is going to be a choke point. And the same goes for these. So now you know why we're going to go and pick up that other quest. Next episode, or rather next stream, because this stream I am definitely out of time. So we will report into Menphilia next stream, guys. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. But hopefully that was fun despite the delay waiting for Thornmarch. We are going to have more delays ahead of us, but we are going to have a lot of fun picking up our yokai and developing our alt jobs. So until next time, take care. Thanks for hanging with me, and 4 more days' time we will have more Final Fantasy, and 2 more days' time we'll have some more Elder Scrolls Online. But until then, have a really good week, and I'll check you later.